everyone, it's Docfire, and it's time for another Docfire Down and Dirty Tech video. And today's tech video is going to be three-way timing rod shafts. That's right, I said shafts. So anyway, kind of one of the things through my years of doing messing with conkers and stuff like that, I've kind of got some go-to parts that with some of the old school stuff that I kind of always try to gravitate to. And one of those parts has been the ANS three-way timing rod. And the reason I like this is I like that it's got a tapered end on it, if I can get everything to focus. And it's got the tapered end on it, but the most important thing I like about it, it has this, which you would think it'd be like a nylon set screw, but it's either nylon or something that's in there that allows this, you can put wrench, it's got wrench flats that allows you to adjust it, and it's got a friction on it so it doesn't vibrate and change adjustments. Now, unlike the old ones that ran two set screws, and you know, the old school thought was you put one set screw on one side and the other one on the other side to keep everything lined up and keep everything focused in. And you had to adjust the set screw, and then it would bung up the threads here, and it would make it hard to adjust. And you see everyone's little plier marks on this part right here as I take it out of focus every few minutes. And that always kind of annoyed me. And along came the Resurrection Autococker, and they kind of took the best of both worlds on some other stuff, some old school stuff with some new school stuff, and now Inception Designs, when you buy his stuff, he has the nylon or a set screw that is like a friction set screw in his that allows that to happen. Sorry for going in and out of focus, but let's say that friction set screw goes bad, or it stops working, or it doesn't have one at all. Like here's some replacement, these are Resurrection replacement shafts that doesn't have a set screw at all with it, and so it just rotates on there. You know, how can you create this? And it's pretty hard to find a nylon set screw that will go in there, and there's some things you can do. You can use some different types of Loctite and stuff like that, but there's one thing I did find that works out really good, and it's a hot melt gun. Now this isn't any ordinary, it's an ordinary hot melt gun, but the black glue in the back is the glue that you find for doing dentless panel repair for automotive. This was bought like at a AutoZone or something like that as a kit, because I did some dental repair on one of my vehicles, and I had this laying around, and I was kind of curious. I go, hey, I wonder if that's going to work. You know, can I basically heat this up and inject, like we have here? I just did it, and I'll demonstrate this. Inject some stuff in there, and then take a razor blade after it cools, and just trim it off. I'll flip it over to the other side. It's already trimmed the other side. Focus up here in the light. Just trim it off, and does it create a friction fit? Yeah, it works really good. And the nice thing is, I mean, it's a nice friction. It's not loose, but it's a down and dirty way of doing this. So let's do one. I got this one right here. It's all loose on here, obviously. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pump some of this thing in the frame. I'm just going to pump a little bit in there. I don't care if I get it messy. Jam it in there. Pump a little bit more on this side. Get it in there. Yeah, that's good enough. Set your gun off into a safe spot. Let this dry for a few minutes. And it's essentially going to do the same thing if you lose some of those parts. It's just kind of a down and dirty way of doing it. So now that this stuff's really tacky, so you gotta let this stuff dry for a few seconds until it's not tacky. And that looks like a mess, right? So let's let that one dry a little bit more. This one has been drying. It's been drying for a few minutes. It only takes a few minutes to dry. And I'm just gonna take this razor blade. I'm just gonna carve that all off. Make it look nice and pretty. Let's see what that looks like up in the. Look at that. Let's do it again with this guy. Seems nice and cool. I'm gonna carve it away from me so I don't cut myself. I don't know. Maybe someone else has come up with this. It's something that I've done in the past. Maybe there's another YouTube video on it. Hell, I don't know. But here you go. That's not beautiful, but I can clean it up a little bit more, but it has nice friction on that. This one's actually a little bit better. And the best part of it is when it's dry and if it doesn't work, do it over until it works fine. And so it's nice. If you don't have access to one of these, or if you lost that nylon set screw, or you're trying to find it, this is just a quick way of doing it. Glue gun. Alright guys, if you like this video, hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Have a good one.